Genesis 21, the birth of Isaac. The Lord visited Sarah as he had promised her and did to her as he had promised. Sarah conceived and bore Abraham a son in his old age, at the set time of which God had spoken to him. 3. He named his son Isaac. 4. When Isaac was 8 days old, Abraham circumcised him, as God had commanded him. 5. Abraham was 100 years old when Isaac was born to him. 6. Then Sarah said, God has made me a laughingstock. Everyone who knows me will laugh. 7. She said, who would have said to Abraham, Sarah would nurse children, but now I have borne him a son in his old age. 8. When Isaac was old enough to be weaned, Abraham made a great feast on the day he was weaned. 9. Sarah saw Ishmael, the son Hagar the Egyptian had borne to Abraham, laughing. 10. She said to Abraham, cast out this slave girl and her son, for the son of this slave girl shall not share in the inheritance with my son Isaac. 11. The matter was very distressing to Abraham, because Ishmael was his son. 12. But God said to Abraham, do not be distressed, because of the boy and because of your slave girl. Do whatever Sarah tells you, for through Isaac your descendants will be called. 13. I will make the son of the slave girl into a nation, because he is your offspring. 14. Early the next morning, Abraham got up and took food and a skin of water and gave it to Hagar, putting it on her neck. He gave her his son and sent her away. So Hagar left and wandered in the wilderness near Beersheba. 15. When the water in the skin of the skin was gone, she left her son under a juniper tree. 16. Then she went and sat down a distance away from her son, about a bow shot away, for she said, I don't want to see my son die before my eyes. So she sat down and wept. 17. God heard the boy crying, and the angel of God called to Hagar from heaven and said, What is the matter, Hagar? Do not be afraid, for God has heard the boy crying out to you where he is. 18. Arise, take your son and hold him by the hand, for I will make him a great nation. 19. God showed her a well of water, so she filled the jar with water and gave the boy a drink. 20. God was with the boy, and he grew up and lived in the wilderness and became an archer. 21. Ishmael lived in the wilderness of Paran, and his mother took a wife for him from the daughters of Egypt. 22. At that time Abimelech came to Abraham, and Phicol, the commander of his army, was with him. The king said to him, God is with you in everything you do. 23. Now therefore swear to me here by God that you will not deal falsely with me, or with my children, or with my descendants. Just as I have dealt kindly with you, so you will deal kindly with me, and with the land where you have sojourned. 24. Abraham said to the king, I swear it. 25. But Abraham complained to Abimelech about a well of water that Abimelech's servants had seized from him. 26. Abimelech replied, I don't know who did this, for you didn't tell me, and I only found out about it today. 27. Abraham took sheep and oxen and gave them to Abimelech, and the two of them made a covenant. 28. Abraham set apart 7 ewes, all white and white. 29. Abimelech said to him, What do you mean by these 7 ewes? 30. He said, Please accept these 7 ewes from my hand, that it may be a witness that I dug the well. 31. Therefore that place was called Beersheba, because there they swore an oath to each other. 32. So they made a covenant together at Beersheba. Then Abimelech and Phicol, the commander of his army, returned to the land of the Philistines. 33. Abraham planted a tamarisk tree in Beersheba, and called on the name of the eternal God, the Lord. 34. Abraham lived in the land of the Philistines a long time.